Hey, I think I'm live. So today we're going to talk about why it's important to help your kids reset their attitudes and to model that behavior. So when moving or traveling, making a big change, oftentimes kids get big attitudes. And that's just because that they don't have a lot of control in those situations. They also are stressed. Like change is stressful. It can be stressful. And sometimes kids don't have the words to say what's going on and to articulate what they need. So it just creates an attitude. And so the first reason why we should help kids reset is because if they don't reset their attitude, then they continue to live in this chaotic space. So they have a bad attitude, right? And then if they don't reset, then they are being disrespectful, being rude, and mean and irritating their siblings, right? Then there can be sibling fights, and then they're growing that chaotic environment and maybe being disobedient to a parent. And their situation just keeps on growing if they don't reset. So the problems start getting bigger, and then people start getting irritated. Also, kids can misread those situations. So as an adult, we can see like, oh, well, you have a really bad attitude, therefore this is happening. Like you're having to go to your room, or like your siblings are fighting with you because you're being rude. We can analyze all that stuff, but sometimes kids can't, and they don't really understand why all this is happening. And as we go through life, we take little snapshots. And so if they don't learn how to reset, they could read these situations that are happening and take something intrinsically like, oh, they don't like me, or it always gets crazy when I come around, or like little lies that sometimes we pick up in excuse me, little lies that sometimes we pick up in childhood that aren't true. It's just how we understood the situation when we were a child. Okay, so the second reason why we should help kids reset is they need to know the skills as an adult. I'm sure you guys have all met someone who you're like, dang, they need to just chill out. They might not have ever learned the skills to chill out. Everything in life is a skill. Like we can learn in all the different areas of our lives, and they might not have learned different chilling mechanisms. So as a kid, you get a lot of grace, right? Like, okay, they have an attitude, and we give kids grace. As an adult, they don't get as much grace. So it's better for kiddos to learn how to reset their attitudes while they're young versus having to learn that as an adult. The third reason it's important to reset attitudes is it's important to model the behavior that you want them to have. So if they don't know how to reset and you haven't modeled like quick and easy things that fit with your lifestyle that you want them to do to reset, then they might take advice or learn from someone else who isn't as good as an influence. Or they might pick up a coping strategy. So instead of dealing with the issue and resetting their attitude, they might start covering up the issue with something else and coping. And just in order to avoid all of those things, it's super quick and easy to teach your kids how to reset an attitude, right? And then it looks different in every family and every situation. If you want to know what I do for resetting, I have a really quick video on 3 ways that I help my kids reset their attitudes. The link is in the description if you want to check that out. But I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. We are traveling once again, and we have some like big changes coming up. So we're trying to navigate which life choice is good right now. I can't share all the details because it's not finalized yet. We don't know exactly what path we're going to take here, but we are at a fork in the road. So it'll be interesting and fun. I'll share with you guys once we figure it out, but we might not figure it out for a few months too. Last time we went home, our mailbox got vandalized. So we're hoping that this new mailbox will stay intact while we're gone. But I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.